Oh.
Well, you may want to turn the television off.
Are we recording?
We are.
Hey.
I'll turn the TV off.
Okay, she's going to turn TV off, and then we'll get her in, and then we'll do our intro. In the meantime, I'm going to get my popover ready to eat this morning. Ooh, look at this. Steaming hot popover.
And homemade jam.
Yeah, I'll put the link. I'll put the link for my popover recipe down below.
It's like so good.
It's King Arthur's.
Well,
but hi everybody, welcome.
Indiana today. Live from Indiana. It's
Flock Around the Table.
Ann.
oh, I'm Micah.
And Sue.
And Deb. And down here on the floor we have a visitor called Ellie. She may pop up
at some point in time.
Or lick our knee.
Or whatever.
Or something.
So if we jump, you'll kind of know what's going on here. So, okay. So
hi,
how was
everybody.
your week? Doing good? Everybody alive and well and melting in Indiana?
Surviving the pandemic.
Heat. Oh, that and the heat. Oh, it's been terrible
gosh.
this week. I hate these
We're
pop-up
supposed to get some
storms.
rain today.
Yeah, I know. I
hope so.
actually put my umbrella in here. Here it is. See, ta-da! I remembered my umbrella on the way in. I
Because
actually
you
had
might
it.
melt.
I do.
Oh, trust
And
me.
you can just touch it when I'm out in the
She
rain. It
does
just
not melt. I've
I
seen
do.
her wet.
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, you guys did
You
go
guys.
to a tropical
We
destination
do
together.
travel
so
together, but
Yeah.
not together. We just travel. So anyway,
I was super hungry this morning, so we're getting
I was
popovers
stupid late.
before
When you were
while we're
chasing a
eating,
dog.
while we're doing.
actually, no. I lost a whole half hour this morning. Do you ever do that when you get up? I mean, I had plenty of time. I was doing good, and then all of a sudden I turned around and it's like 8:30, and I'm not even dressed yet. And I don't know what. He's
I'm
in
not dressed
Chicago
yet.
this weekend, and so
He
I
being
had
her
my
husband.
husband. So I had the dog's routine.
He's in
this morning.
Chicago.
Well, he's in Beecher, Illinois. Went to visit his sister.
You know he has to self-quarantine for 14 days after coming back from that.
Yeah, right. He doesn't do much anyway, so
So
he'll
gonna
be
at
up
home
in his
anyway.
office anyway. Great, more reason to have him at home. I just can't wait. But I don't have to self-quarantine. I can take off. Anybody got an empty spare room? I can. Oh, I'm kidding.
Well,
So-
I do, except we're filling it up with yarn.
Yeah, see,
Yes,
so.
yes.
And I actually have some to show today, so any of that. Did you
Yes,
guys do
I
anything major this week?
We had friends over last night.
I saw that at midnight. You were still
I know.
awake. And then I'm thinking you
I know,
get up
shocker.
at dawn.
I'm never up at like midnight,
Uh-uh.
but we did.
Sorry I'm eating in front of you, but it's really good.
No, we have to eat in front of you because we're all hungry.
And it's warm.
And it's warm. The popovers are best when they're warm.
Mm-hmm.
No, we hadn't seen them for quite some time. They have two little kids, and so they dropped their kids off at somebody, mom or
came
dad
over.
or whatever, and came
That's
over and we
nice.
played.
I thought you were going to say they dropped their kids off and took off, you know.
Left the kids here with you?
No, they have brought their kids before,
Uh-huh.
and we've actually had them stay the night because, Jamie likes to drink beer, and so does the other guy.
Yeah.
So we're like, no, you're going to stay. And so we pop up the pack and play and put the kids in there. And, but yeah, so they were over and we played hand and foot. Have you ever played hand and foot?
Mm-mm.
It's a game that my in-laws taught us. And you have like 20 decks of cards. It's a ridiculous amount of cards.
Holy cow.
And you have
It's hard to
it's
explain.
complicated.
Google
It's
it.
complicated, but it's fun.
And Google.
And we had started a game. It's like 16 hands or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
For a whole table, and we had started a game when we had four hands left in the game. So we finished that one, and then we had to play another game.
I see.
And play some euchre. We played some euchre last night in your favor.
My brother used to play euchre. He really liked it. We used to get together and do, excuse me, I have to get a napkin.
Mm-hmm. Several.
We used to get together and play this cards and oh God, what was it? Like with dice. Some criminal
Dice.
game. I can't remember the name of it. But it was fun. It was great to get together once a month. And we had prizes and everything. But it was so long ago. I was thinking about it the other day when I saw somebody on an older movie, and we're talking like 80s, and they were sitting around the table and they were playing a dice game. and I think this did have dice in it. And I was thinking, oh my God, the prizes we used to pay like $3. And we had like a $3 prize and a $5 prize. I mean, the only place you could get that was Five Below and the Dollar Tree now. I mean, you couldn't even give prizes out at the end of a game because everything's gotten so expensive over the 20, 30 years.
We just play for money. We don't do prizes. We just play for money.
Ah, well, that's a good thing.
It's easier.
Yeah.
I'm not just shop for that.
Well, when I was a kid, my father was a fisherman.
Cool.
And we would go, we lived on a lake,
Right.
but we would have to go to a different lake for a vacation so that he could fish new fish.
Well, you
Right.
don't want to fish the fish you know. You won't even eat the fish you swim with. So
No,
why
I
would
wouldn't,
you
but I wouldn't
catch
eat
the
them
fish
then
that-
either.
So he's already caught all of them and released them back, so it's no fun catching them again.
And he's probably had named them.
Yeah, and they're on a first name basis. So
Anyway, so we would go to like Michigan and Minnesota and Wisconsin, find a lake. My father would fish. My mother would, I don't know what she did. She cooked. And, but in the evenings we played cards. And my brother and I both learned how to play euchre and pinochle.
oh yeah.
I have forgotten pinochle.
Pinocchle's fun too. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. But that was kind of, I want to say it was a family tradition, but it was more like, you kids are going to sit down and you're going to play.
Oh yeah. And by God, you're going to have fun whether you like it or not.
That's true.
And by God, it's 8:42.
And we're on-
Get to bed.
We're on
Gotta
vacation.
get up at 5. And we're on vacation. You're like, ah! I know. I've been there, done that.
We went up into Minnesota one time, and we were on a lake that was totally deserted except for this fishing camp.
Mm-hmm.
And we went with some friends, and the friends had children the same ages as my brother and I.
Mm-hmm.
And Patty and I shared a bed. We were, 13, 14. And we had this lamp in the little nook that we called bedroom. And it was deer legs. And it was like they were scrunched together, and then a lamp, the electrical was mounted on top of it. But it was honest
That's
to God.
a great room for kids. Hey, sure,
Yeah,
here,
here's
just
the
sit
dead
here with the
animal.
lead.
Yeah, here goes sleep with the dead animal.
Yeah.
It was.
I do remember
But
that.
I don't remember
that's
much.
cabin furniture for you, though.
I don't
Yeah.
remember much else about the.
That's truly cabin furniture.
Well, yeah.
Your closet was, the antlers from the deer that you hung everything on.
Oh no, I never could reach that.
Yeah.
But it also had.
Grandpa would have shot me if I hung anything from his deer antlers.
Well, there. Yeah. The
We didn't have deer antlers. My dad didn't.
the other fun part, it had outdoor. It had an outhouse
Oh yes.
because
I
it
hated
was so
outhouses.
stony they couldn't drill down to put in pipes. So the pipe for the to the well from the kitchen ran right across the top of the ground.
Sure.
And if, as you were going to the outhouse, you stepped over this pipe
Right.
to
Yeah.
go to the outhouse.
Yeah.
If you turned on the water in the kitchen, this pipe would go. So, if you were very careful, you could turn that water on just as someone was walking.
And scared. They
And
wouldn't
scared
need
the
And then
gators
you
out
didn't
of
need to
them.
go to the outhouse.
Then they didn't need to go to the outhouse. It was
Save
already
them
taken
a
care of.
trip.
That's for sure.
That's one of my fond memories
Way
is
hungrier than you guys. I need
Yeah,
to eat.
that's
playing
right.
with the water
Well,
in Minnesota.
That's the way it is. Water, Minnesota,
I
scary
basically
tales.
spent my summers in northern Minnesota.
Yeah, I know you. But
Yeah.
you had a grandmother there and grandfather, didn't you?
Yeah.
We
They
had
lived up
relatives. Ah!
in northern Minnesota.
How's it coming?
I'm just at the end of this first.
Okay, first aid. This is something she introduced a while ago. It's
Yeah.
a made thing, and this is our squishy, fluffy orgasm yarn.
Yeah, the
that we
orgasm
had.
yarn.
That
I
we
actually
had
found a
first
tag.
episode.
It is Illuminati Echo Llama.
Okay. Yay. Okay.
And I got it at Thread Up
Could be.
in Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Okay. Cool.
I got it in Minnesota.
It's coming along
What a nice
really
tie-in
nice.
to Minnesota, right?
There we go. We have a
How
theme
nice
going
this
on.
is turning out.
Yeah. It's
Simple, elegant.
It's
Open.
so squishy. It is 100% baby llama.
Oh my
Well,
god.
no
Made in
wonder.
Bolivia. So no wonder why it's so squishy
Oh,
and
it's so
soft.
So there's little
It's
baby
soft.
llamas running around naked.
Naked.
Aw.
Yeah, but they do have winter down there.
They
so
they
I mean,
regenerate more every
I
year.
mean, so they make so much, and then it gets hot down there because they're south of the equator.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
Well,
worried about.
where is Bolivia?
I don't know where Bolivia is.
Bolivia is
South America?
just. It's not way south.
No, it's up at this end.
The northern
this
end of
end.
South America, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, but it's down there.
Here, let me stick my needle in your Popover for you.
So
Okay.
anyway,
All right.
so we know what you've been working on this week.
Actually, I worked on one of the Corona cowls.
Okay,
I have that ready to go to Miss Marsha.
I worked on yours.
And you worked on mine?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
And last Saturday, Colleen came over
Oh yes,
and
she's a good friend. Love her.
Good friend.
You'll
Hi,
meet her.
Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
came over on Saturday and we knit out on the patio. And,
Right.
And Carly was spinning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Mary came over too. So
Our
hi, Mary.
spinner.
Hi, Carly. And Colleen had a yarn barf.
Oh, yeah. I remember you telling about that.
So I don't know how I have become the yarn barf fixer.
You have, yes.
Of the group.
Yeah.
And I'm totally fine with it. But it's struck me a little odd because Colleen's husband, John, also loves detangling yarn too. So I'm not sure why she brought it over to me.
He also likes to wine yarn
But
too.
yeah, he likes to wine yarn
Yeah,
too.
but he does. He likes to take
He
it
likes
apart.
to untangling.
Yeah.
So at any rate, she brought over this
Barfy.
this yarn barf, the yarn that was all tangled up. I don't know. Does everybody else describe?
Oh, it's an official. I have some official
Is it
words.
an official
It's an official
term?
word. Yeah.
Official
a barf
term?
is a
Yarn barf?
tangled mess of yarn.
Yeah.
Yes.
So at any rate, she brought over a tangled mess of yarn, and she's like, "Here, you can have it if you want to detangle it." And I'm like, "Well, sure." And it looked like it was going to be really bad to untangle. It's like I was like, "This is not going to be good at all." Like,
Her husband may have looked at that and said, hell no.
Yeah.
honey."
Hell no.
So then she's
But
like, "Okay, I'll take it to
I
Sue."
started to untangle it, and it turned out to be super silky yarn. So it didn't not. You know how
Yeah, some of it
it
just
just
touch
knots
it.
up even
Yeah.
harder, and it makes it almost impossible to do. This one was super silky, and it untangled super easy. So I
Good.
thought, well, this will be
Fun.
And then it was just one skein,
Right.
and it's like medium weight, and it has these little
Nubby
Slubs.
slubs in it, slubs and dubs, like
Slubs and
our
dubs.
last.
Right.
And
exactly.
so I thought, well, I can't add this to anything else. I have to do something that's just one skein.
Right.
So
Ta-da!
I did a cute little cowl with some buttons on the front,
Cute. Nice crochet.
and it is now going to go back to Colleen.
There you go. Yay!
So she can wear it with a pair of blue jeans.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I have no
cute.
idea what yarn it is. There was no tag.
We'll have to get a consult going and find out if she knows.
That's
But yeah, so it unbuttons.
Very nice.
Nice.
I didn't stitch the buttons on.
No.
I was hoping it was going to be longer so I could crisscross it
Right, I know.
and it would lay like a triangle, but I didn't have enough yarn
Oh, well.
to do that.
Ta-da!
So this is not knitted. This is crocheted.
She's on the dark
Um,
side too.
So it's just a double crochet, but the yarn was so fun and funky that I didn't need to do any kind of
It looks great.
Yeah.
funky little
Yeah,
stitch.
it's nice with a nice sweater or
So
black,
and
yellow.
a lavender,
I mean, you could
a
do
pink, and a purple button. I had to do
Fun.
like different sizes.
Too fun.
So yeah,
Yay!
that's my FO for the week.
Wow.
I basically worked on the Corona cowl and
Yeah.
I finished up that, and I'm almost done with ball number 1 on this
Well,
guy.
my FO, not completely because I cut it, is Mittens.
Oh, your mittens. You were supposed to have them done last week, but
I know,
you know, we
and
didn't
I
get,
didn't.
we didn't get
And
to
the
them.
other one is at home with the flexi flips in it.
It's still in the
Well, they're on
ending.
the thumb, and I was going to bring it. This is all done. I was going to bring it, and I thought they're the metal flexi flips, and the only reason I would even consider spending that kind of money is the fact that you're working with so small of an area. The metal flexi flips, it slips.
Yeah.
So until you get about 5 stitches on there, those first couple 3 you have to be really careful.
Yeah, they start coming off.
Plus, when you're working in this neighborhood, you've got all these tangling things. So, anyway, this is what it's just a simple mitten. Simple. I think most of the patterns from the Knitting Squirrel. She's got a really nice blog and a really nice website. I'm not sure. I think she's in New York. Go on there, read it. She's got some really nice patterns, and she talks about some travels on her blog. Very into opal, sock yarn, and another one that starts with an R. Riga? R-E-G-I-A, something like that. Anyway, she carries that in her shop, but she's just okay. And she's
I'll
got
put a
some
link
really,
below for you guys.
And she's got some nice patterns and things like that. And then I spent this week doing 4 cowls, 4 shawls blocking. I got one from Carly, who wanted me she just wanted the ends woven and mid block. She just didn't have the time or the space. And I said, sure, I'll go
did
ahead.
the orange?
The orange and brown one.
Oh, yeah.
And so I blocked that out. The only thing is you really need a picture or an idea.
Of
Because
what
at
it's
the
supposed to be
bottom, I
looking
wasn't sure if it was supposed to be a scoop or if it had the points, because it was lace at the bottom.
Oh.
So, Carly, I'm sorry if it's not right. You got points because it kind of came out that
You got
way.
points.
You got points.
That's
so
okay.
Then I did one for you and 2 of mine, my Hint of Autumn and my...
So you were
one
just
thing.
a blocking fool.
I was a blocking fool. And yesterday, I didn't feel good in the morning, and I had all afternoon to myself because he's in Chicago, right? And that was my whole gang. I was going to turn on Star Wars and just knit and go through my stuff. But somehow when I sat down, I had no desire to knit, so I ended up cleaning up and straightening up the house and things like that. Don't know why.
You're not supposed to do that when they're gone.
I know. I mean, seriously, I was just really into
really
it.
were sick.
I mean, I even folded underwear from about, normally I've been picking it out of the
Good
basket,
Lord.
so I did. And I got a packet this week from Simply Sock. Love this. It says, the bag says, yarn stash. Haha, just kidding. Like it could fit in here.
Right.
They had a sale, and I bought some DK, a couple of DKs, just to start some hats. This is
That's
fingering.
not DK.
That's for the mittens to go with the hat. That's for a hat. It's Simply Sock. This is Melville wool, nice and pretty. It's called.
That's what I did my Bendiero in was Millville.
Yeah, and I don't know what the name of this is. Oh, it's called Kinsdale Harbor, and it's just for a hat because I keep hats around just in case you need one. And she had this on sale, and I don't keep a lot of DK in the house. Oh,
and you
buddy.
couldn't possibly put 2 fingering weights together.
Is that what it is? 2 fingering? Is it 2 fingering?
I think so.
I couldn't
If
remember.
Sue says so, it's so.
And
No,
then I got one
no,
of these,
it's not necessarily
Madeline
so.
Tosh. And remember I was talking about doing the hat for Stephen West, the painted bricks.
Yeah.
Had that yarn last week, and my stuff still hasn't come from England, the neon. So I think I might use this instead.
That would be
And kinda
fun
put
for the
it
painted
through-
bricks
put the
with
painted bricks with the blocks, either with the gray or the black. Either
that
one.
would be fun.
I think it'd be fun. So that's where I'm going to go with that. And that's all I did this week. I didn't do a lot.
So you went shopping and you
Yeah.
blocking
And I did blocking.
and cleaning.
And when I was doing some research,
You know, if
I
you
got
ever
some
feel
cool
the need
words.
to clean some more, you could always come over here.
oh, believe me, it wasn't deep cleaning. It was just pretty much pick it up and move it to another neighborhood. But I did do some research when I was looking online, just doing some stuff, and I found some funky words. Do you guys know these words about knitting?
Okay.
Do you know what sable means in knitting?
Sable?
Sable. S-A-B-L-E. It means stash acquisition beyond life expectancy. So I thought that was a really good one. That totally fits most of us,
Yeah.
So that was always fun. And another one was you have the SSS, which is the second sock syndrome. Which means the inability or the lack
of desire to do
knit
the
sock
second
number
sock.
2. And then
I
my
think-
other favorite is toad.
Toad.
Trashed object abandoned in disgust. So
Oh
really
my
cute.
gosh.
You know, and then they have the standard ones, knit in public, knit along, things like that.
Yeah.
But I really thought that was kind of fun. And did you know what tink is?
It's knit backwards.
Yes.
Yeah, it's knit. Yeah.
Because you undo the knit.
Yeah.
That's how it came about.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. So anyway.
I mean, it's just
Gosh,
spelling
I
the
feel
word
smart.
backwards. I know.
Are we good or what? I just kind of found that kind of interesting.
I do
You know
like
why it's
Sable.
called frog?
I do.
No cheating.
Oh. I remember it's a raining frog is ripping out. Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Or
Ribbit.
ribbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
kind
what-
of how I got it. Whereas frogging comes off and tinking stays on. Tinking, you're just going backwards.
Well,
and unknitting,
I
but-
tend to think of frog
As
as
major.
crochet
And another person heard from
and
that's
tink as
Ellie.
knitting.
Well, I think of frogging as a major, tear it apart.
Yeah. Well, I tend
And
That's
to
tink
almost
is-
a toad.
just
and-
a few.
and then-
hey, Ellie, stop.
Tink is, going back a few stitches.
Right.
So it's quantity.
I do it. Frogging is crochet and tinking is knitting.
Ah, there you go.
That's my
That'd
brain.
be-
My
And,
brain
that,
is
and that's okay.
And Micah,
You're
I
okay
see
with
you
that.
have a stack over there of
I do have a
fun.
stack. Isn't that what?
Yeah,
Weird.
let's see what you're at.
I did
Here, let me
finish.
get this out of your way.
Okay. I did finish this, and my mother. I talked to my mother,
I'm gonna get this out of here too.
and she said that she liked the name that I gave to this, and if you'll recall, it's called goulash. And she said, "I remember making that for dinner." I said, "Well, I would
Turned out
hope so."
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
is
really
nice.
turned out well, and I blocked it myself.
Well, I noticed.
I know there's still.
You
You didn't have to
be.
show anything.
That's
This
what
is-
we like razzing her for not doing.
You just can't
putting
get to
her
the
in.
end.
And
That's
it's
okay.
Lolo did it in Wonderland.
Yeah.
So
It's done beautifully well.
and I
It's
put
fun.
I put some new stitches in there. I was going to bring the book that I used to find new stitch patterns, but obviously my brain wasn't totally with it this morning. So maybe next time.
That's okay.
That's all right. We forgive you.
Okay.
Not.
I
Anyway,
like that.
yeah, I like it too. And it
Did you do? Is this just a
just a
simple
regular,
bind-up?
just a simple bind off.
Pattern will come someday.
Well, I was going to say this one, which is Stormy, which you have seen before, is at the Test Knitter. Oh, I still have the string on that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See,
I have a pattern. Anyway,
doesn't
this is with the Test Knitter. Once I get that back and make any corrections that are needed, this pattern will be available at our local yarn shop. Which is, our local yarn shop is Village Yarn Company, and it's on the Brick Street, the main street in Zionsville, Indiana.
Yeah.
Great little shop. Katie's an amazing owner. She's
Yeah.
very helpful.
Very hospitable.
Yes, and she has really good yarn. I mean, she carries Lolo Did It, who's like, ta-da, our favorite.
It's our faves.
And leading men come up, and right now she's got that Oink virtual.
Yeah,
Well, and
trunk show.
she also has Ba, which is Brenda and Heather.
Yes,
They're great yarn
And then of course Malabrigo and
Very
those-
standards and things like
well,
that.
it's not Mad Tosh anymore, right?
It is
Yeah.
Mad Tosh, it's not Madeline Tosh. It's called Mad Tosh.
Oh,
Anyway, she has a nice selection of yarn and really knows her stuff. So if you get stuck on something, she can certainly help you out.
And that's where we met. That's how we kind of got our group together, was at Village Yarn Company, and
It is.
we kind of pooled our resources, and
what are you opening there?
my package came. I'm going to share this in a little bit. I'm just kind of playing, but it's a great place. If you're ever in Zionsville, make sure you zoom on in. And
Yeah, it's right across the street from the Friendly Tavern.
which is a great restaurant, but not open on Sundays.
Yes, it's one of those restaurants where I have eaten there for the last 25 years and never had a bad meal. So,
Yes.
if that's
Yeah, I haven't either.
a good reference.
Jamie and I have a date night there almost every Wednesday.
You get the wings.
The wings.
Yeah.
The wings.
Oh my gosh.
So you can get Katie's
wings are so
on
good.
Facebook. So check out Village Yarn Company on Facebook, and you can follow
Yeah.
her and
Yeah.
I'll put
and,
links in
and stuff
below.
like that.
Yeah.
So she's really cool. It's a great shop. All right, what else you got?
I have some new yarn to talk about.
Woohoo!
Yay.
This is a yarn dyer out of Ohio. Her store. She has a store as well as a mail order business, and it's called Fiber Optic.
Great yarn.
It is this particular is called cashmere, and it's made up of
Cashmere.
80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. What I really love, this is luscious yarn, but what I really love are the vibrant colors that she has available. For example, I picked this up in Columbus.
When we went to Vogue knitting there.
Yeah, we went to
year.
Vogue
Last year. Yeah.
last
October.
October?
Right.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I went to her booth and I bought yarn, and then I went to her booth and I bought more yarn, and then I went to her booth and bought more yarn. So anyway, her yarn is very habit forming. I've actually been to her store as well, which is a very nice store, has a wonderful selection, and it is, like I said, just outside of Cincinnati. If you get on her website.
Really, just outside of Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Road trip. There's a great grocery store in Cincinnati. Have you ever been there? Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms.
Amazing.
I haven't been there yet.
Oh God, we have to
I haven't been
go.
there yet.
Anyway, if you get on her website, it will tell you the specific little town she's in.
I'll put the link below.
Yeah. And
She's
anyway,
good
so
about
these
that.
are the colors that I picked up to make a rectangular shawl, and
Like a wrap.
just like a wrap.
Just like a wrap.
Exactly like a
Okay.
wrap.
That's like a wrap.
Like a wrap.
type thing.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
No,
Not
it's
really,
not
no,
a wrap.
no.
Not yet.
We got another 20 minutes or so.
So anyway, I highly recommend Fiber Optics. The yarn that I have gotten from them previously has been delicious, and you can't beat the colors. The colors are amazing.
They're like super saturated.
Yes, very saturated, and
Nice.
Yeah. And
She's
Kimber,
a big fan.
and Kimber is a very personable person. If you go into her shop and she's there, she's very helpful in terms of helping you find matching yarns and whatever you want.
Very-
But I recommend this lady.
Good deal.
She was in Columbus too, I think, and she's really good about helping you think outside of the box.
Yes.
Like your first instinct is to go, okay, this has got blue in it, this has got green, and okay, I'm gonna go with just
And then she
I
might
think
go,
she
well,
might-
let's pick up that pink.
that pinky
hot
color
pink in
here,
there.
and I would be like, that's pink. It looks like, and she would put something with it, and you'd be like, sold. So she's really good. Owners are good about that. Okay.
Yeah,
Some
she's
owners.
good
Cool.
about that.
Some owners are not so good about that, but for the
And you
most
have a
part, yeah.
pattern over there?
Oh, I do. I have a new whip. And whip.
A whip?
That's a work in progress.
Yeah, work in progress.
And it is, my friend Deb said, why don't you make something that you have a pattern for rather than making up your own pattern?
Oh, that is unheard of.
Well, I mainly meant do that so you have something to do. So while you're doing it, you can catch up on all the goulash and the
writing
up,
stripalicious
the writing
and
The writing up.
and
Yes,
the
I need
writing
to get some of these written up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
so
okay.
But at least we're going good with Stormy. Stormy's at the test knitter, so that's amazing.
Stormy's at the test knitter, and I'll get this one written up this week, and we can get that one out as well. And this is, again, this is the yarn. We talked about this yarn previously. This skein. It's Shirsty Cat. Shirst, SHIRSTY cat. And it's really, I'm really happy with this, particularly the colors. And I am making Vitis, whatever that is.
Vitis.
It's got another I there.
Vitis.
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 She's
going to be.
Did you get that on Ravelry?
Maybe.
Okay, I'll find it.
Very likely, because I typically, that's where I typically get my patterns. So anyway, that's what this is. This is, and it's a very stripy thing. And I'm into the short rows, which,
great to do, great to learn, but confusing.
A pain in the neck.
Yeah, they can be.
No, they're not.
But I think they do a great
I could be wrong.
thing.
What do I know?
They do a great, I just bought this, and I was going to work on this today while we're sitting. And this has short rows in it. This is the taste of autumn, but I did mine as the taste of Halloween. And I love the way the short rows kind of take it to, they just add so much to it. But it's a pain in the neck to figure out. If you get off on a short row, you might as well tink back.
You need to
And
use your
or frog.
markers. You need to use your markers
To get there. But I love the look
Well,
of them.
are you doing a bendy arrow right now, or
Not yet.
Oh, Carly's doing a bendy arrow.
Yeah, it's just-
So that has a bunch, and I'm doing a bendy arrow too, with the plucky yarn. That gets to a point where you're on short rows, and it does seem like you're on the short rows for quite some time on bendy
Well,
arrow.
yeah,
But
and this one I've got a very big section of short rows kind of right off the bat, so it's going to be
Yeah.
a while.
And I did that because I said, you got to get out of your comfort zone. And you got to do something.
You gotta
a
do
little
something.
different. You know what I mean?
when I started knitting, do you guys remember? Because I was a crocheter
Right.
for the longest time, and when you guys
All she would do is knit.
Crochet.
no crocheted. But
Oh,
when
then
I
she started to
when I
knit.
started knitting, I was like, no, I don't want
She
to
wouldn't
purl.
purl.
I didn't want to purl. I'm like, just let's do one thing at a time.
Right.
So literally, my headspace was, I just one new thing each pattern.
Yes,
So,
that's what she did.
I
She
did.
do that.
I was like, well, I'll knit, and then I think I did the
That
what
means
was
something?
that? No, what was that big? What was that? The big triangle wrap poncho kind of thing. That's like two triangles put together, and then you
Was it the,
together.
Oh, I think, wasn't that a church mouse?
No.
Yeah, it is. I think
It's
it's
a
a
church
church mouse
mouse.
pattern.
Yeah.
But isn't it like
I
easy
can't remember.
grab?
Anyway.
Marsha, please put it in the comments below. I know you know what it's called.
Right.
But that one,
Yeah.
that one has a knit front and back.
Right.
And knit, and that was so I was like, okay, so I went from knitting to knit front and back. You Kitchener it together, but that to me, that's
I
not really
remember-
knitting. To
And
me,
the
that's
first time
a
you
stitching
Kitchener,
thing.
And you knew Kitchener, they were showing you, and we're all sitting there knitting along, doing the whole thing. She goes, I can't do this. And she takes off and she sits in the back, in the corner, all by herself in the
You have
classroom.
to. When you-
And her first time of putting it together, it was amazing.
When you Kitchener, you can't have people
No.
talking to you. It's
Marcia
one of
can,
those
but,
things.
and
Well,
Kristen can.
I
but
probably
other than that.
could now.
Leah could, yeah. I couldn't now. I
I
still
probably-
have to. I can't even really watch TV or listen to a book. I have to sit in a corner. Seriously, I have to sit in the corner, and and my little card with purl front, knit back, off is here.
Yeah.
And sometimes I even write out each step, and I cross it off as I take it
write
off.
out. I write it down.
My solution is have somebody else do it.
Yeah, no.
No, we're breaking her of that habit.
I have other friends.
She really doesn't. She acts like it anyway.
Come on, some of you vouch for me. You're my friend.
Kitchenering really isn't that hard. It's just the steps are so similar that we tend to
Right.
flip them.
Right.
We
They
flip
do.
them around.
You do.
But because they're so
And if anybody
similar.
would flip them, I would.
Well, that and if you're not careful, it's not just that; it's flipping the object you're Kitchenering.
Oh, I
Because
did that.
my Corona cowl, which was a mica cowl, is a very nice Mobus cowl.
Oh, because
I twisted it,
Oh, yeah.
and I had taken it out so many times already. I
You
don't
were
dare
like-
take it again.
Which is why
I may
we
put
have
a
a stitch
lifeline
marker
in.
in them now.
Yeah, I may put a
Yeah.
lifeline in and just cut it and try again. But
No.
then it'll go from like this long.
No, just let it be
eventually it'll be
Mobius.
like this long. by the
Yep.
time I fix it.
I did a cowl with the cables in it,
Oh,
and I did it with mohair and silk held double. And when I Kitchenered it together, I Kitchenered it inside out. So it was
I've done
it was
that,
a
yeah.
tube. It was
Yeah.
a tube, and then when you
Yeah.
Kitchenered the tube together, somehow or another, I did it this way instead of this way, and I didn't realize it until I had like, I don't know, 20 stitches left to go out of the 600 around
Yeah.
or whatever it was, and then I'm like, oh crud, and I took a picture of it and I sent it to Marcia, and I went, what the flock of birds did I do wrong? And she's like, you did it inside out. It probably took me 2-3 hours to unkitchener that,
Yeah,
especially with mohair in it.
yeah.
But and then I did it right, and it looks okay.
That's
It
good.
looks okay.
That's good.
I still have it. I can't wear it. I should go get it to show it. It's beautiful.
Well,
I can't wear it
because of the
Why can't you
mohair.
wear it?
because I didn't realize it at the time. Let me go get it.
Okay.
It's kind of mohair has. It can, especially if you're a warm person, you can get very. It's not scratchy, but you think it's scratchy because you're hot already, you know. And then you put a cowl on, and both Sue and I live with a fan 24/7. So when you put that on, and then the fuzzy's there, and you just kind of feel, I don't know.
I live with a blanket.
Yeah, she does. Even in the Grand Caymans, 74 degrees in the blanket. Well, hi, Ellie.
So here is the finished
That is so pretty.
product.
Hi, Ellie. Hi.
Oh,
That's
and
the, yeah, we're not used to having the dog under the
She's
table
beating
here.
me with her
and
tail.
I know.
it's my favorite color,
Get away.
and I made it with like a kitso and monologue from Leading Men.
Oh yes.
Monologue is so luscious, and I thought, well, let's add a mohair with it and make it even more luscious. And it was so much fun to do.
But
It didn't feel itchy on my hands at all. It's super squishy.
but I think
It has a
I'm itchy
beautiful
here.
halo, but as soon as I put it on, it makes my neck itch.
It's for photographs only.
I tried to give it to my daughter because I knew she would love it because it's squishy, and she put it on and she goes, no, it's itchy for her too.
Kids.
So if not, now it's a beautiful display item that we have.
So,
see?
yeah.
So. Oh, and speaking of Leading Man, this just came. I didn't go
love
out of the
my
house
Leading Man.
this weekend because he usually gets the mail, and I thought, why should I get dressed to go get the mail? I'm not gonna do that. Forget it. Anyway, they have their every month. It's their Showstopper mini skeins, and they bill you every month, and then you can. This
Oh,
is
so it's
that
a
it's a
monthly-
monthly thing.
Gotcha.
And it's just all of their little ones, and they come through
yummy.
with the colors. And
That
so
was your.
this
that
is
was
this
your-
month, and it was a find when I got to the mailbox because I thought, oops, I usually get a lecture or two. Like if he's out of town, I don't even take the garbage out right, so I don't even bother.
Allie,
She
stop.
sees something out there she
Yeah,
wants
there's
to
another
get.
dog out there, I'm sure.
Oh, well, probably somewhere in the 20-mile radius, she can probably pick up on that.
Yes,
So,
Ellie. Yes.
So,
You're a good girl.
anyway. So, what are you guys up to? Anything big this week? You guys got anything going on? You too?
This week, gosh, you hear that silence?
Yeah, I don't either. I don't have anything major.
I don't
just
know.
working.
I may meet my friend Deb for lunch, but that's not been set yet. Other than that, next week I get my house cleaned. Whoop whoop.
Well, I just sort of, like I said, I move mine from one spot to another, and usually I'll clean up. I mean, I'll throw away like a piece of paper like this, and so I think I'm downsizing, and I
Oh my
have these.
gosh.
You're a good girl.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I also have. Would you notice that? Sorry, I shouldn't be talking to my mouth full, but Oh, Ellie.
She wants you
here.
to. You want. Yeah, if you start petting her, she'll growl at you if you don't
If you
continue.
don't continue.
Sorry,
You have
I'm
to continue.
distracted over here.
But,
yeah, she has
like
a
my
she has a friend.
sister is and I know you used to do paper stuff. You know, she's a
Origami?
no.
Scrapbook?
Yeah, scrapbooking.
Oh, scrapbooking.
And so of course she's a very paper person. She loves paper. So she would get this paper. So of course, you know, if you've got 500 sheets of paper, it's what, about this tall, right? Well, if I had 500 skeins of yarn or 500 pieces of fabric, we're talking a whole room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she
I've
could,
seen the room.
it doesn't have 500, 487 and a half.
Yeah, but that was before the last shipment.
That's true. The last shipment
You
came
just
in.
got your
She's
fiber.
got a room full of fabric.
I do. I need to do more with it. I don't know why I don't. Because I do this. I was in there and I was downstairs and I get started on this. This was done with a 3 and a 4 and it's like 97 degrees outside, so that's usually when I make these things. I think it turned out pretty good. And I wanted to do just a plain one before I did that Bruce City one that we were talking about, because that's got a pattern. And my goal
Heaven
is to
forbid
take.
You need to use a pattern.
Yeah, my goal is to take sock patterns. You know how they have that pretty sock pattern on them and stuff like that, and turn them into mitten patterns. Just by adding the thumb over here,
yeah,
and then you get the
ribbing.
pretty texture and stuff like that. So I kind of thought, because this part could be the top of it, and then here
As
you're
long
doing
as
the same.
stitch count is
Yes,
the
coming
same.
out. Yeah. So it's good for me to
But
keep
you
my
could put
math.
that on your foot. Your toes would stick out, and I don't know that.
Would your big toe fit through there, and then the rest of your toes up? No, don't. No. She was gonna try.
That would be camera worthy.
Now, the only
Yeah.
sock I've ever done, I did have the heel
Sock.
on it. Sock. I have the SSS.
Uno más.
Yeah, I have,
Sock-a-pedal.
I have a second sock syndrome.
Oh.
I did,
What was that called?
but it only went to the toe.
SSK. No, SSS.
SSS, not SS.
SS.
Yay, we've got her
Wait,
speaking
She
SSK.
said SSK. Oh my
That
god.
was a slip of the tongue.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally a slip of the tongue.
but I got
for
to
her.
the toe, and I never did the second one. And I was in this group, and she was going to teach us how to do socks and everything. And I thought, okay. So she told us to get this pattern, and I did it. And it's just a short one, more like a slipper sock, real short. And it's in DK, and it came out really fast. I didn't come up for air. I just kind of sat there and just
did it.
worked on it one night. And I think went through like 3 Star Wars movies, and I got to the toe.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and I got to the toe,
On a
and
cracker.
and I went to bed, and then I went to the meeting, and she's like, okay, so she pulls out this totally different sock, you know, and she goes, oh, I told you guys the wrong one.
What the flock of birds?
And I was like, okay, so I didn't bring anything else because I thought we were going to work on this sock.
Right.
And it ended up she wanted to do, you know, a basic fingerling sock. And she had communicated with a couple of the other people who had communicated with a couple other people, but I wasn't in the communication line, so I never found out. So anyway.
I bet I can guess who that was.
Yeah, it was. So, other than that, that's all I have.
Yeah,
for
it
this
was
week.
Leah. It was Leah that did that to you, right?
No, wasn't Leah. Hi, Leah.
Have you had the
rock
baby?
Hi,
star.
girls.
How's Mom doing? She's getting ready to pop. So we've got another
Then we'll have 3.
Margaret May.
Margaret.
Maggie May.
Maggie May.
Margaret.
She has
Maggie
Edie, Lucy, and
Edith Iola, Lucy Lou,
yep,
and Maggie May.
Maggie May.
Maggie May's on her way.
Soon. We love it. She makes the best babies.
She does
really
make good babies.
Yeah.
They're so
She makes
darn
cute
cute.
babies.
Yeah. They were, the video she sent and shared with us, she lives up in Michigan, she shared with us, they were making blueberry muffins. I couldn't get over Lucy and
Lucy
Lucy-
stuffing her hands in and eating blueberries was fantastic.
it was
Like, I want some of that.
it was a lesson for Grandma to have everything rip roaring and ready to go before you start
Yeah,
baking.
well,
with-
you know.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
think-
okay. Grandma's got to learn too. You know?
No, Grandma did just fine. She had Lucy there eating fresh blueberries,
True.
and she had Edie stirring
Stirring
the
it all
batter.
up, and she was doing good.
Grandma was doing fantastic, I
Yeah,
think.
she
Grandma
did.
knows what
Nobody
she's
fell
doing.
off the
She-
counter or got burnt or,
That's true. That's true.
you know.
So,
Woohoo,
That's good.
I'm on to the next
yay! We're gonna
I'm on to
have a
skein
new
number
skein
2.
in. So anyway, all right. We've held your interest for 40 minutes, so
Have we?
yeah, it's
Have
been
we?
40 minutes. So
If you have comments or
Questions.
suggestions, I don't know that we can answer any questions, but
No,
if,
yes, we can.
she
we
can.
can?
Absolutely.
She can.
Okay, we can answer
If
questions.
you have questions, let us know.
Particularly if it's about something we know.
If it's about shipping in the U.S., I got you covered.
Yeah, she does this. She's got an
Autism,
amazing
I'm pretty
sister.
good on that.
She's got it. And I'm just an expert on everything else, so just ask.
Ask away.
Yeah, we'll fit you in. And if not, we'll find somebody who is, because believe me,
Or
we
we'll
have a
make it
cast
up.
of character. Yeah, because you
Oh,
won't know
just
if you're
make it
asking a question, then you don't know the answer. It's sort of like when you say, how do you spell such and such? And they, how do you spell knitting? And my dad would be like, look it up. And I'm like, I did, and there's no N-I-T. It says knit is for, and he's like,
bug.
yeah. So it's like, how do you look it up when you don't know how to spell it? That's tough.
Well,
Especially like in the medical world,
Nowadays, you
everything
don't
has a
have to-
PH in front of it instead of an F.
now you don't have to worry about it. If you start typing it into Google, Google will correct you.
Oh, I
and
know.
tell you what you need to be looking for.
Yeah, damn
I'll tell
autocorrect.
you what you mean.
Yeah, I think damn autocorrect sends you totally in another world. So anyway, but so that's
I did want to show this because I forgot to show this the last time I was knitting on this Illuminati in front of everybody.
hi there,
But
Ellie.
I'm stashing it away in this beautiful little bag.
Nice, cute bag. Isn't that cute? I like that, Marcia.
Yeah. Miss Marcia came over one day with it and just gave it to me because it was pink and she knows I love pink. But
That's a good size.
it's a good size
Marcia,
bag. Marcia, I love
Good
you.
size
I
bag.
will put your link below. It is
The felted garden.
the Felted Garden on Etsy.
Yes.
She also makes these beautiful bento bags.
Yeah, and I have one of her other little wonderful bags too.
They're a one skeiner. It has a nice little snap on the top.
Oh, yeah, that is Marcia's.
This is Marcia's.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
what you mean by.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Sorry, I had to get her 2
Anyway,
cents
it's
in.
the Felted Garden on Etsy. I'll put a link below, but these little bentos are great for
They're the
one
best.
one skeiner. One skein fits in there, and you
Yes.
can just. I like to snap it around my purse handle, and then you can just pull your yarn up from it.
And when you're
It's fantastic.
well, we're not flying anymore or anything, but in the car and everything, they're great for that.
She
sort of
ran across
situation.
this. She ran across this fabric, and
It's
I
probably
can't
a
remember
shower
what it was
curtain
for.
or whatever.
I don't know,
A
but
curtain
she had
something.
gotten it with something, and it was.
So what are you storing in there?
It's this project.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have the other skein down in here,
Maybe
and,
I should probably measure that.
and
and
I don't know
totally
some other
steal it.
goodies. I have some
Sorry,
other goodies
Marcia.
down in there too. I don't know what all is in here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so Micah will be excited to see you coming along on your Vitis. And
And I aim to excite.
she does. She just thrills us to death. It's beyond amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point that I probably need to take a chill
What?
pill because she just totally.
Yeah,
gets
you
me
can tell
going.
by my personality that I am
And
just.
she's just got me whining down here. So anyway. All right. Well, you
Silly.
guys all have a wonderful week,
You're bad.
and
You have a good have a good week.
and,
Stay safe and healthy.
and if you're in Scienceville, stop at the Village Yard. Come. She's closed on Wednesdays.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Sunday.
She's got new hours.
Yeah, and
Just have
mainly
new hours.
afternoon.
Yeah.
Saturday is
Like-
like 11 to 2, and I think she's 12 to 4, something like that during the week.
Yeah.
With all this COVID
I-
and pandemic things and stuff.
I have a gift card for the Village Yarn Company that one of my favorite sons gave me for my birthday.
Really?
And it's talking to me, and it needs to be used. So I'm thinking about checking in there
Yeah,
someday,
kind of
one day
burning
this
on
week.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
noticed we had a bit of a smell coming from your purse. Wasn't sure what it was.
My purse is in the car, so it's got to be quite an odor.
It's that smoke coming from that
Yeah,
car
smoke.
going.
Well, and to
"I
be
need
honest,
be
I'm not real
used."
sure I know where the card is, but I
You
think,
do know you have it.
I do know I have it, and
That's
I
good.
think I can find it.
Well, I
also-
haven't stopped in mainly for that reason because I just love going in there. She has a beautiful display of colors, and I love what's it? That Breadalicious? Is that one of her newer ones?
Oh, I don't know.
Breadalicious or bread something breed. Anyway, it's one of her newer ones that she's carrying, and they've got they're doing like a knit along thing or something. Somebody,
I saw that.
I saw it was on Facebook. So, check her out. She's really cool.
I
I
saw
think
it
you'd
in a
enjoy that.
newsletter or something. Or
yeah.
maybe Instagram or I'm
Yeah.
not
So,
sure.
and we miss Katie. We miss everybody that we hanged with, and it's nice to see these two. But boy, it's nice to see.
She's getting tired of us, so
No,
we need to get rid of this COVID stuff.
With our friends.
Go back together.
Well, I think what we need to do, Sue has this great pond out not too far from her house. We should all just kind of line her. That'd be a great picture for our COVID.
For the cowl?
Around with our towels around the pond.
I don't think we would make it around
I don't
the
think
pond.
we'd make it around the pond.
Pond's too big. Pond's
Well,
too big.
all right. Maybe we could get a couple of rowboats. I saw a post on Facebook this week, and they have boats, like a drive-in for boats. And they were all sitting in their boats watching movies.
Oh, awesome.
On this huge screen on this river. It was in Pittsburgh or something like that. It was really cool.
That'd be fun.
So, yeah, my neighbors went to a drive-in this week, and they really enjoyed it. So,
Do we
fun.
even have a drive-in around here anywhere?
yeah, there's a couple
Miss
in
Local
India, I think.
Girls.
There used to be one north on
Somewhere. But there's one in India, and I know they went. They had a good time.
29.
They
I'm
had a
sure
good time.
Google would tell me.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
Shirley
We
knows.
used to go to
Surely she could figure it.
Yeah.
No, Shirley doesn't hook up right now.
Oh, she got a new car.
I
and
got a
she's
new
gonna hook
car, which is a whole nother story, but I got a new car, and my phone it's not really old, but my car is
Your phone is
way
old.
more advanced than my freaking cell phone, and my phone,
Won't hook up to her car.
it does, but my navigation on my phone doesn't
Navigate through your car.
link up to my car.
And we're hands free
But
now.
I can call, and I can call on my car.
Into the stuff.
I can, my phone syncs with the car, but not my navigation app. So for now, I have to use the navigation
Oh my God,
that's
you
in
have
the
to use the
car.
map.
She's gonna have to do a map.
No,
oh
I'm
my
not
God,
gonna do a
old
map.
fashioned.
I just use the navigation that's in the car, but that doesn't upgrade like the one on your phone. Just automatically upgrades and
Right.
updates. The one that's in your car, you have to actually pay for the updates.
Oh, God forbid.
Well, I just find that super silly.
I do too. When it's
Because
automatic on your
because
phone.
I get a free app that's a navigation
Right.
app. What is it that I use?
Waves.
Waze. Yeah, and that updates automatically. But
I'm still back on the drive-in movie, so. Carry
And
on.
on that note,
she can't keep up with
we're
this.
gonna get
Keep
her
up, I'm
another
just
cup
going to
of
my own
coffee.
direction.
She's gonna get her own cup. We'll get her another
Yeah.
cup of coffee. And
Yes,
we'll
I need
put,
another cup of coffee.
We'll put
Yeah.
Sue on the.
I'll be on the cooking
on
mode.
the,
Send her to the
on the line,
stove.
and get her to the
Yeah.
stove, and we'll clean up around here.
All right.
And we'll see you all next week. Have
Oh,
a fun
oh,
one.
Wait,
What?
hold on.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh,
Because
yeah, like
we
and
need
subscribe.
we
Hit
need
the
more
little
viewers
subscribe button.
like
Right.
you
Mm.
who know us and love us, or don't know us but still love us,
Or want to know us and want to love us, but they're finding it
or
difficult.
are just happy to tolerate us.
Right, that's
So
another thing too.
we,
So,
yeah,
you know.
we're happy to
And
have.
if you just need noise on a Sunday morning where it's useless and you just
She
don't want to
can
be
provide
yourself,
it for you.
I can totally do it for you. Just I can
Provide it
probably
for
get
you.
my own, so no problem. Just kind of
Yeah.
play this over and over again, and you'll have
Yeah, on a loop.
Whatever.
and your
Don't
husband
do
will
that.
say, "What the hell are you watching?"
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
for
what
sure.
I'll get. So anyway,
right.
all right.
So
Take care,
anyway,
everybody.
Have a good
Like,
week.
Stay
subscribe, hit the little bell for you
Yes.
get notifications every time we're
We're
upload
off
a new
around.
video. So have fun. Goodbye.
Here
Adios.
comes Sue. Look out! Yay!